What happens to your arteries after age 40? After the age of 40, something important begins to change inside your body. It doesn't happen suddenly. You won't feel it right away. And in many cases, there are no clear symptoms at all. But inside your arteries, subtle shifts are already taking place. Over time, these changes can affect how blood flows, how your heart works, and how your overall cardiovascular system functions. And here's the part most people don't realize. By the time you notice symptoms, these changes may have been developing silently for years. So what actually happens to your arteries after 40? To understand that, we need to look beneath the surface. Your arteries are not just passive tubes that carry blood. They are dynamic, living structures. They expand and contract with each heartbeat. They respond to signals from your nervous system. And they play a critical role in regulating blood pressure and circulation. In your 20s and 30s, arteries are typically flexible and elastic. This elasticity allows them to absorb the force of each heartbeat and maintain smooth blood flow. But as you move into your 40s, that flexibility begins to decline. This process is known as arterial stiffening. The walls of the arteries gradually become less elastic. They don't expand as easily. They don't absorb pressure as efficiently. And this has important consequences. When arteries become stiffer, blood pressure can increase. The heart has to work harder to push blood forward. And over time, this added strain can affect the entire cardiovascular system. Now, let's look at what's happening on the inside. The inner lining of your arteries is called the endothelium. This thin layer plays a crucial role in vascular health. It produces substances that help blood vessels relax. It reduces inflammation, and it helps prevent unwanted clotting. One of the most important molecules it produces is nitric oxide. Nitric oxide signals blood vessels to widen, allowing blood to flow more easily. But after 40, endothelial function can begin to decline. Nitric oxide production may decrease. At the same time, oxidative stress may increase. This combination makes it harder for arteries to relax properly. Blood flow becomes less efficient, and the vascular system becomes more vulnerable to stress. Now, let's talk about cholesterol. Throughout your life, cholesterol particles circulate in your bloodstream. But after 40, the way your body processes cholesterol can change. LDL cholesterol may increase. Metabolism may slow down, and your body may become less efficient at clearing excess cholesterol. This creates an environment where cholesterol is more likely to accumulate inside the artery wall. When LDL particles enter the artery wall, they can become trapped. The immune system responds, and a process called atherosclerosis begins. White blood cells move into the area. They absorb cholesterol and transform into foam cells. These foam cells begin to accumulate. Over time, they form the early stages of plaque. At this point, something important happens. Blood flow may still appear completely normal. The artery can expand outward to compensate. This is known as positive remodeling. So even as plaque grows inside the artery wall, you may feel perfectly fine. There may be no symptoms at all. And this is what makes the process so dangerous, because it is happening silently. As plaque continues to develop, it becomes more complex. A soft lipid core forms. A fibrous cap develops over the surface. If this cap is thick and stable, the plaque may remain relatively harmless for years. But not all plaques are stable. Some develop a thin, fibrous cap and a large lipid core. These are known as vulnerable plaques. They are structurally weaker, and they are more likely to rupture. Now let's bring in another important factor: inflammation. After 40, low-grade chronic inflammation often increases. This doesn't mean you feel sick, but inside your body, inflammatory signals may be slightly elevated. These signals can weaken the fibrous cap. They can promote further cholesterol buildup, and they can make plaques more unstable. This increases the risk of rupture, and rupture is what can trigger a heart attack. But that's not the only change happening after 40. Your arteries also become less responsive. In younger years, blood vessels can quickly adjust to changes in demand. During exercise, they dilate to increase blood flow. During stress, they respond dynamically. But over time, this responsiveness declines. Reduced nitric oxide and increased stiffness make it harder for vessels to adapt. Circulation becomes less efficient under stress. Another important factor is blood sugar regulation. After 40, the body may become less sensitive to insulin. This is called insulin resistance. When this happens, blood sugar levels can rise more easily. Elevated blood sugar can damage the endothelium. It can also promote inflammation and plaque formation. This creates another pathway through which arterial health can decline. Now let's talk about arterial stiffness in more detail. When arteries are flexible, they absorb the pressure of each heartbeat smoothly. But when they become stiff, the pressure wave travels differently. It reflects back more quickly. This can increase systolic blood pressure, and it places additional strain on the heart. Over time, the heart may adapt by becoming thicker and stronger. But this adaptation can eventually lead to problems. Another subtle change involves calcium. With age, calcium can begin to deposit within the artery walls. This process is known as vascular calcification. Calcium makes arteries harder and less flexible. It contributes to stiffness, and it reflects long-term vascular aging. Now here's something important to understand. Even after 40, your arteries are not fixed. They are still capable of change. The vascular system remains dynamic, which means your daily habits can still make a difference. Regular physical activity can improve endothelial function. It can increase nitric oxide production, and it can help maintain arterial flexibility. Even something as simple as consistent walking can have measurable benefits over time. Nutrition also plays a major role. A balanced diet supports healthy cholesterol levels. It reduces inflammation, and it improves metabolic health. Reducing excess sugar and processed foods can protect the artery lining. Healthy fats and fibers support better lipid balance. Body composition is another key factor. After 40, muscle mass may gradually decline if not maintained. At the same time, visceral fat may increase. Visceral fat is not just stored energy. It is metabolically active. It releases inflammatory signals into the body. These signals can affect arterial health directly. Maintaining muscle and reducing excess fat can therefore help protect your arteries. Hormonal changes also contribute. In both men and women, hormone levels begin to shift after 40. These changes can influence metabolism, inflammation, and vascular function. For example, estrogen plays a role in maintaining vascular health, and changes in estrogen levels can affect how arteries respond and repair themselves. Now let's bring everything together. After the age of 40, several processes begin to overlap. Arteries become stiffer, endothelial function declines, cholesterol handling changes, inflammation increases, blood sugar regulation shifts. Individually, these changes may seem small, but together, they create an environment where arterial health can gradually decline. And because these changes are silent, they often go unnoticed. There may be no symptoms, no warning signs, but inside your arteries, the process is already underway. And that is why awareness is so important. Understanding what is happening allows you to act earlier, because prevention is far more effective than reaction. The goal is not just to avoid disease, it is to maintain healthy, flexible, and resilient arteries over time, to support smooth blood flow, to reduce strain on the heart, and to protect long-term cardiovascular health. So, while aging is inevitable, the way your arteries age is not entirely fixed. It is shaped by daily habits, long-term choices, and metabolic health. And small, consistent changes can make a significant difference. Because when it comes to your arteries, what you do every day matters, and those choices can shape your health for decades to come.